Sheamus is holding the U.S. title. If Sheamus wins, there was the rumor, and I think it just started because Sheamus tweeted that he was going to unify the U.S. and Intercontinental Championships.
Yeah, they were talking that up on commentary a little bit about how Edge was the last guy to do that, and Sheamus might be the next guy. I don't know how much of that is just them pulling random facts out of their ass, or if they actually are going to lean that way.
Did Edge hold both titles at once?
They said it. They said he did. I don't remember myself.
I mean, that seems. I mean, because they were never. I don't think they were ever. They never unified them.
No.
The same person carried them. May have carried them. Miz, I thought had. No, that was the WWE. Wait, the U.S. He had the U.S., the tag team, and something at the same time.
Hold on. The WCW United States Heavyweight Championship and the WWF Intercontinental Championship were unified at Survivor Series 2001 by Edge, if we want to believe Wikipedia.
That's one of you assholes in the chat went and hurried up and typed that into.
No, I did. That was me. That was all me.
No, to edit the entry.
Oh, they knew I was gonna go to Wikipedia.
Who doesn't go to Wikipedia? Seriously.
But yeah, it does look like that happened. They brought back the U.S. Championship as a SmackDown exclusive title in 2003. So yeah. So it could happen. I mean, they've already unified one title. Why not? Or two titles. Why not unify two other titles? It would definitely make the Intercontinental Championship, or whatever they end up moving forward with, most likely Intercontinental Championship. It would make that more important, and that's something that we've constantly criticized for like the last four years, that the U.S. Championship and the Intercontinental Champion were never used in a way that seemed appropriate for the prestige that both should have. Unification could do that. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't like the idea of necessarily of a unification. I mean, because, well, I guess it doesn't really freaking matter. Not with this one.
Yeah, it does. You can't have just two main belts in the company. You gotta have it. I mean,
God forbid we look at the '80s and see they only had two main belts in the company.
Yeah, and they didn't have nearly the amount of TV time that they do right now, the amount of travel time that they do right now, or the size of the roster that they do right now.
But how often are you saying? Are you looking, going, I can't wait to see who's going to be U.S. champion next?
Well, main event's got to have a main event, which is the U.S. Championship match. So.
No, right, so I mean, that's really it. It's not. It doesn't seem to be much of a stepping stone. It's just, hey, we need to put somebody on this show.
Yeah,
might as well unite it.
Yeah, I don't really like the fact that the WWE title and the World Heavyweight Championship are unified, because I think there are two tiers of top guys. On the top tier, you have Cena, Orton. You did have Punk. You might have a couple other guys that could legitimately be in there. But on that other tier, that World Heavyweight Championship tier, you got Sheamus, ADR, Ziggler, maybe Kofi Kingston. Maybe you could push that far. You got several other guys that fit in that slot. As far as the mid-card goes, IC title might have been ranked a little bit higher than the U.S. Championship, but there's a big gap between how the top titles were seen and the mid-card titles were seen. Having an IC title belt and a US title belt, that doesn't help anybody. It should. It really should be helping somebody. But the fact that nobody's using them well is, like Joe said, why not? What's the point in having two if you're not even going to push either well? You might as well just have one.
Yeah, the only way that I think that having these titles at this point will make them more relevant is if we go back to the brand split.
Yeah.
outside of that, I mean, because then you had you had the championship, the world championship, and the U.S. title. So it functioned. The U.S. title then functioned just like the Intercontinental Championship with the WWE title, or vice versa, whatever. But I mean, it was a mid-card title and a world title for both shows. Now it's too much. I mean, maybe it'll raise the value if they're unified and there's only one mid-card title.
I mean, another solution could be that Creative could do its job and book well for both, but I mean, since that's never going to happen.
Or we go back to the Attitude Era where we had the Light Heavyweight Championship, the European Championship,
Six-man tag championships,
the Skull Belt.
I don't want to interrupt the hipster one-upsmanship you two are having right now, but can we talk about the John Cena Orton Thornton thing, or do we got to keep going on about this?
The Orton Thornton thing? Orton Thornton? What did you just say?
You heard what I said.
Damn it, Dinosaur Lee.
I heard Orton Thornton as well. Cena Orton Thornton. All right. Well, I'm with you as far as.
Oh, that's like Jeb Layfield.
I think I'd be fine with it. I think it'd be fine if they unify the titles. I wouldn't want to see Sheamus do it.
No.
But if it had to be done, and Sheamus was your champion into SummerSlam or, Night of Champions, I think that's the pay-per-view right after SummerSlam. I could be wrong on that timeline, but I think it'd be fine. Going to 4 titles. Your WWE Championship, Intercontinental Championship, Divas Championship, and Tag Team Championships. I think that's fine. I think that's enough because Raw is your main show still. You can still do a lot with those 4 titles on Raw. Nothing will get lost. You won't have the U.S. Championship pushed off to main event every week, and that's the only time you see it. Or you won't have Dean Ambrose going almost 365 days holding the title, even though he only defended it 4 times. I mean, I think this would be good. This would be a good move. MTW Podcast.